views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
And good morning, everybody, and welcome to Open, the one and only show that opens up the Bronx and the world to you. I'm your host, the Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS and BronxNet's Channel 67. Hey, coming up on today's show, we'll take a look at a program working to promote healthy eating and combat food insecurity right here in our neighborhood. And then plus, we'll learn about an event providing a discussion on the Black Lives Matter movement in the education world. And then we'll be joined by a rising producer who got his start right here in New York City and continues to give back to the community. And after that, Valentine's Day, love is in the air. It's coming, and we'll check out some unique gifts designed to illuminate someone's life. Then later on, keeping in the volunteer times theme and spirit, we'll check out a couple's workout event. They do it together. Don't want to miss it. Stay tuned. It's all open right here. Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee, and you're watching Open, the only live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. Stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Did you check out the Super Bowl? Whoa, the highest scorers of all time. Leading things off, our first guest is a Nutrition Education Director at City Harvest and joins us today with a look at their work in the Bronx and the Fruit Bowl program. Like the Super Bowl program, but this is the Fruit Bowl program. And we have Maggie Meehan, the Director of Nutrition and Education at City Harvest. Welcome.
Thank you, Bob. Good morning. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, so tell us, we've worked together in the past, doing different things at supermarkets, collecting food and everything for people who are needy. What does it mean to be food insecure?
That's a good question. I like to take it from the point of view of being food secure. So what does it mean when we're food secure? Is you know where your next meal is coming from. You know that you're going to be able to choose the food that you want to eat. You know that your family will be provided for, that you'll be able to sit down and have a meal that you got in the way that you wanted to get. Yeah. So food insecurity is the opposite of all those things, where it's very challenging to get the food you want, the food your family wants to eat, and you don't have to make choices between food and clothes, or food and medicine, or food and rent.
Is there a number on that as to how many people are food insecure?
About 1 in 5 people in the United States are food insecure. It's slightly higher in the Bronx, where we see about 1 in 3 children are food insecure.
Meaning they don't have everything that they need nutritionally to make it happen for them.
Right. So I could share an anecdote from my subway ride this morning. A mom and her daughter, who was about 12 or 13, got on the train, probably going to school. And for breakfast, the young girl was eating chips. And I'm pretty sure that that was a financial choice and not a choice of what they would prefer to be having for breakfast. Yeah.
And a lot of bodegas, I love bodegas, but a lot of them have those things that don't have all the foods that we need to feed us nutritionally.
It's challenging to be a bodega owner. That's one of the programs we do work with, is to work with bodegas to help them figure out how to get some healthy produce or healthy snacks in the front of the store so people can make better choices.
So tell us about this wonderful Fruit Bowl program.
Fruit Bowl is a wonderful program. We work across the city with 83 sites serving 6,000 to 7,000 children. Fruit Bowl began about 12 to 13 years ago as just an idea of we need to get healthy fruit snacks and low-fat dairy into our preschool and after-school programs to support the programs and ensure that children are introduced to and able to make healthy choices. So they get enough produce, fruit, to have 3 healthy snacks a week at school.
Yeah, And you've been doing this for a while. When did it first start?
2005.
2005.
So we've been doing it for a while, and it's grown. We obviously started small, and we added components. So in addition to the fruit delivery, we work to provide nutrition education. Right now, we're really trying to focus on working with parents in that fruit bowl program, in addition to providing the healthy fruit for the kids.
But then you have the City Harvest Nutrition Education Program to help fight hunger on a long-term basis.
Correct, right. So in addition to the fruit bowl program and the nutrition education that we do there, we work with other sites, schools, senior centers, community centers, to bring nutrition education courses and activities to help people gain skills, be confident in the choices they're making, whether it's shopping or cooking at home.
Anything we should look forward to? I mean, you're always doing things, you're always in the community. You guys always have your sleeves rolled up, taking care of people in our community. Anything that
I think we are still continuing to, we evolve as we work with the community and think about together with the community what's needed to, going back to the food security, to increase food security in the community. And it could be food access, working through supermarkets to increase food access, and affordability is a big issue too, so working there. Working with some of our agencies to do more programming through them.
Any tips for families who may be a little food insecure and are looking for a better way of eating?
I'm thinking of two tips off the top of my head. One is when you're shopping, to do a little bit of food package label reading the label on the back of the package to really be sure that the food you're buying is the food you really want to buy. To look at unit pricing and figure out, should you buy the bulk size? Are you going to use that? Should you buy a smaller size? Because if you buy too much, it'll go bad. And thinking about the woman I saw this morning, and one of the things we do, our nutrition education department right now is really big on overnight oats. So oats are really an inexpensive food choice. You can put your oats in a jar overnight with some milk or other soy milk, some flavoring, some fruit, and in the morning it's ready and good to go. So then when you're rushing, you don't just grab a bag of chips to feed yourself or your kid.
I'm hanging out with you. Okay, how can BronxNet viewers help City Harvest fight hunger in New York City?
Glad you asked. We always need support in fighting hunger. It's a very complex issue, and one of the best ways is to volunteer with us. If you can't be a donor, you can volunteer. So if you want to volunteer, you can go to cityharvest.org and find out more about what we do and how you want to contribute.
Let me let you look straight into that camera right there and ask for what you want.
I'm not sure I can really see that camera, it's bright, but I'm doing my best. We really love people from the community to work with us in delivering our programs, so it'd be great if you could go to cityharvest.org and check out volunteer opportunities that we have and join our community.
There you go. Thank you so much. What's the website again?
Cityharvest.org. Cityharvest, one word, .org.
Me and Maggie. Maggie Meehan, Director of Nutrition Education, City Harvest. Give her a big round of applause, everybody. Thank you. We'll take a quick break right here, but we'll take a look at the subject of race in education coming up next.
We are neighbors and best friends.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
And welcome back. And, on February the 5th, the Alliance for Quality Education of New York, they're going to be holding a Black Lives Matter in Education event. And joining us with all the details, we have Advocacy Director Zakiyah Ansari.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I wasn't going to mess you up.
I appreciate that.
I'm trying not to mess anybody up. You take today, so I put a key on yours?
Yes.
Yeah, so the association key
Zakiyah.
instead of Zakai.
Zakiyah, you're right.
So tell us about some of the wonderful things that you do in our community.
Yeah, so I actually started with the organization as a parent volunteer a number of years ago. And so I think that shows the power of the organization. And what we've been doing for the last 12 years is fighting to get Campaign for Fiscal Equity dollars to schools. Currently $4.2 billion are owed to public school children, predominantly Black, brown, and poor children throughout this state. And out of that $4.2 billion, 1.6 of that is owed to New York City public schools.
Whoa.
So as a mother of 8 and a grandmother of 3, and talking to parents all across the state, I'm clear on the impact of not funding schools is having, and that's if you have one child. Ask parents what they're buying know paper, hand sanitizer, crayons, and everything else. And guess what? At the same time, their paychecks are not getting any larger. And so to know that our schools are owed this money, to know the children that are being impacted by it, that's our goal. Our goal is to get those dollars.
Are you speaking to anybody? Are you speaking to
Absolutely.
Elected officials?
The
are you going
onus,
to caucus weekend?
The onus of getting these dollars falls flatly on New York State legislature. The governor, who has been stopping the flow of these dollars and who puts out wrong information and rhetoric around money doesn't matter. Well, we know it matters when he sends his children to public schools that pay $30,000 to educate their children. We understand that money matters when people are putting money in his coffers, but all the time when it comes to supporting and educating and providing resources for Black and brown communities and poor communities, for some reason money never matters. And so we've been putting the onus on the governor and all the state legislature. That includes the assembly, who's been very supportive of our missions over the last few years. But I want to repeat, I said 12 years. It's been 12 years since the court said students are owed these dollars, and we still have yet to receive them. Meanwhile, you'll hear over and over again that we don't have enough money. No more excuses. I've been going up to Albany for almost 17 years.
But if the court okayed it, how come it's not distributed?
That's common sense, right? And we live in a society that's not common sense, because everybody says the same thing. Well, it's a lawsuit, the court, it's a ruling, and we should be doing it. The question becomes, yes, so why are people holding those dollars? And I think it's a question of, it's not a question for me anymore. I've been doing it long enough. It's clear. The priority is not for Black and brown poor children to have what they deserve.
How did you come from parent coordinator to what you're doing now?
So I wasn't even a parent coordinator. I was just volunteer. Like, it was just a regular parent. You go to the PTA, part of that. Education. Absolutely. Yeah. I was always engaged in that. Didn't understand the politics of it. And clear on the politics and how entrenched and deep and rooted it is in education, whether we like it or not. And that was something I had to learn really quickly about understanding that. But also at the same time, finding my voice, because I didn't have a voice 17 years ago. I didn't know how to articulate certain things. I didn't know the politics and policies behind stuff. But my son is about to graduate high school. He's the last of my 8 children. And we still have yet to get these dollars fully funded. I want to just keep bringing that back home. That if 12 years of seeing children lose access to art and music, 12 years of seeing them lose teachers, after school programs, and all the things that we know, give them opportunity to be successful adults.
So you have something coming up to create this awareness?
Absolutely. And so part of it, we're in budget season, but this week is we're participating in the Week of Action of BLM. It's a national event that's happening. We're kicking it off today at Cornerstone Academy for Social Action, which is a middle school with a phenomenal principal, Jamal Bowman. We'll be there today, 5:30, doors open. It'll be 6 to 8. What we want to encourage folks to do is take these journeys to freedom for us. Each one of the events that we will be having in these rooms will be certain journeys towards freedom.
Sure.
So whether it's educational justice, whether it's criminal justice, whatever it is, like we're going to be talking about those things tonight. And it's steeped in the BLM principles around ensuring that the restorative justice practices, that we're equitably funding our schools, and that we're providing culturally responsive education happening in our classrooms.
So Zakiyah, if you had a chance to talk to somebody, who would you talk to and what would you say?
Well, I talk to whoever I need to talk to
I mean,
all the
to get
time,
the
but I
money.
think for everybody, it's always the governor. As a matter of fact, this weekend we had an action. We kicked off 21 days of action with our organization, and one of those actions this week was to call Governor Cuomo.
So
Call
if the
him.
governor stepped into the room right now, and that was him, what would you say to him?
After I throw him a little shade of an eye or two, I mean, it's no different than what we've been saying, which
Take that
is
camera and just ask for what you
which
want.
is it's time to stop making excuses. We don't want to hear it's a deficit. Years ago when I was growing up, there was a surplus, there wasn't time. The market crashed, there wasn't time. People have rebounded and are richer than ever, there's still not time. Guess what? Black and brown children deserve opportunity. I'm going to stand my ground and stand in my dignity and respect with other parents and community members and young people who have been coming to you over and over again every year, year after year for more than a decade. We have lost a generation of children who have lost out on opportunity. No more. And so I will tell him that he's got 2020 vision for president. You don't get to be president doing things like this here in New York State.
All right. Okay. So he got the message. I'm sure he watches. And then you're going to go up to the caucus weekend.
Yeah.
And who do you talk to there?
I mean, it's part of the same kind of game of what you have to play in. It's like going up there and holding elected
So it's
officials
all politics,
accountable.
basically, right?
Absolutely, and the stories matter. It's bigger than politics. Sometimes people get caught up in numbers. We want to share the stories about parents and students and what they talk about when they go up there and they're talking to us and they're crying because their child doesn't have access to certain things, or they're being taught in the bathroom, or or in the closet, or under a step, or they don't have access to special needs services. Those are the stories we want to get out to legislators, so it becomes more than a percentage point. It becomes a name.
Yeah. You spoke about this wonderful school a little while ago. Who's the principal there?
Jamal Bowman.
Yeah. And why is that school so fruitful?
I think because he does everything. If my child was going to that school, that would be the school, right? That not from the building itself,
Yeah.
to what happens within the building, to his use of hip hop, to his use of social media and media to educate kids, and just his excitement about teaching and learning and ensuring that everyone is engaged in that. And he's part of the whole, he was the first person when I heard about opt-out, seeing a black man talk about opt-out was enough to draw me to that conversation about what this looks like, right? And it's just, it's a beautiful space, and he opens the minds. It's not just about what's in the textbook, it's beyond the textbook.
And for people who don't know about opt-out, just explain it.
So it's, it predominantly started, I think, as very white, suburban parents fighting back against the testing. And I think it has absolutely grown into our communities. We need to talk more about it, to talk about opting out of taking these state tests. And I think part of the issue that we know we really need to get engaged is when now the federal government is starting to penalize states for not doing it. We got to know something's up with that. Because when they start penalizing us for not doing something, generally it's something that benefits them and not us. And so we need to open our minds and our conversation around what that looks like.
What are your educational goals?
To make sure that we get these dollars fully funded. There's no reason to make sure that we have culturally responsive education happening in our classrooms, part of a parent group.
This is throughout the 5 boroughs, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Culturally responsive education. It's not just for black children to see black people in their education. It's for Asian children, white children to see all cultures. Because at the end of the day, that's what bullying is about. It's not understanding, it's seeing something different and not celebrating those differences.
Yeah.
And now we have somebody in the White House who absolutely is someone who's just permeating hate. We need culturally responsive education, and the Coalition for Educational Justice is pushing for that and have been demanding that Mayor de Blasio, currently right now for almost a year, make sure that we have culturally responsive education happening for anyone who touches the life of a child in a school. It's not just the educators, it's also the custodian, it's the safety agents, it's all of those folks. So we need, if it's really about educating children, then let's do it the right way.
Where do we go? Is there a website where we can see more of this?
Absolutely. www.aqeny.org. Follow me on Twitter, ZANSARI8. If you're really down for public education, you want to be an education warrior, we're down. We need everybody all in on this fight, because the fight against public schools and the will for the super rich to privatize our schools and anything that's public is real.
Give her a big hand, everybody. Zakiyah Ansari, Advocacy Director, Alliance for Quality Education. Cool. Stick around, all right? We'll take a quick break, but stay right there. We'll be right back with a whole lot more next.
My name is Osvaldo Adames. I grew up in the Bronx and went to school right here at the Bronx School for Law, Government, and Justice. In the 7th grade, I hadn't given college that much thought. But all of that changed when I entered the Bronx Institute at Lehman College's Gear Up program. Gear Up helped simplify the entire college application process, helping me prepare for the SATs and organizing college visits and open houses. Last year, I graduated from Hamilton College in upstate New York with a major in mathematics and a minor in Mandarin Chinese. Now, I'm a teacher at my old middle school. I think back to 7th grade, and I honestly had no idea how much help Gear Up would be. They offered me the support I needed to succeed. If you're enrolled in Gear Up, talk to your academic coach or visit the Bronx Institute at www.thebronxinstitute.org for more information.
Why don't you ever see elephants hiding in trees? Because they're really good at it.
There you go.
Yeah.
A little louder, a little faster. There you go. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for tuning in and checking it all out. Our next guest is a producer who started his career right in New York City and joins us to share his story, history. Tell us about it.
It's a pleasure to be here.
First of all, you're James Adams.
James Adams.
And you started your film career in New York City.
Right.
How did it all happen?
My name is James Adams. I started my film career upon my release from the Rikers Island Correctional Facility. And I was introduced.
Wait, part of your release?
Yeah, upon my release from Rikers Island Correctional Facility.
You mean you retired or you got out of jail?
Got out of jail.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So I was introduced to Mary Prater as a program director over at Brooklyn Workforce Innovations. Its affiliations with the Mayor's Office of Media and Entertainment.
Yeah.
And me and her discussed training for a production assistant training program, which is called Made in New York. And it was a 4-week intense program to prepare you to a career at television and film industry.
He said, I don't want to be in trouble anymore. I don't want this life.
Exactly.
I want this life.
Yeah, and I have 2 kids to raise. So.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
so what happened from there? What did you do?
Well, did the 4-week training program, and then I went into intern in independent films with John Leguizamo over at, it was a film called Fugly. And yeah, just to get hands-on experience on what's the television and film industry is about.
Yeah. He's a cool guy too.
Yeah, he's funny, very funny. So, and we filmed him in Harlem where I was born and raised, so it was a good experience.
So how did this impact you? What happened after that? It just caught the bug and it just took you?
Yeah, it took over because, what I was doing in the past was not lucrative, so it was good to be in a new environment and take everything as like a sponge, take all the experience that I can, see what lane I want to go to because there's so many departments. Once I got the entry-level position and started interning with those independent films, I knew exactly where I wanted to go. And discussing with the training program at Brooklyn Workforce Innovations, they told me what do I aspire to be? And I said a producer, so they said you should go the lane of the locations department because they deal with the producers. Right. So that's what I did.
So James, how does it feel to be on this side of the camera?
Oh,
you're always behind the camera.
I'm so nervous because I'm so used to being behind the cameras.
Yeah, act like you're behind the camera.
Yeah. So
how would you act when you're behind the camera?
Yeah.
You got the eye for everything. You say, I want to capture this shot. I got to do this.
Yeah, well, you got to make sure where you want to set. Make sure your setup is all right, and take it from there. Let God handle it.
You do the whiteout?
The whiteout? No.
Did I say it right? No, I'm not using the right terminology, right? White balance?
White balance.
Yeah, white balance. You That's your thing. I'm just listening. All right, so you're giving back to the community. Tell us how you're doing.
Well, working with Brooklyn Workforce Innovations, as any platform that I can get that I can display the production assistant training program. So people that came from my background, they can go and apply themselves to bwinewyork.org.
Yeah.
And they could go and apply and get a 4-week training program. And now it's become more diverse because they added camera loading with the local 600 union.
I hear a lot of these people listening to you in the studio right here and at home.
Yeah.
They may want to get more involved. How do they do that?
They can go over and apply at bwiNewYork.org. And so that's bwiNY.org. Sorry. And there's camera loading, there's production assistance programs, there's Road to Success program. If anybody wants to become a truck driver, you can get your license there. You can get your regular license to become a cab driver and so forth. So
get
it's
that
a good
CDL,
program.
you can make a whole lot of money.
Exactly. It's a good program. It's based in Brooklyn.
So are you looking for people to help you with what you're doing?
Well,
or you already got that covered right now?
I'm always in search for anybody that's willing to reach out to me. They can reach out to me on Instagram, James Adams. And but you know, it's kind of hard to juggle work and community work at the same time. So whenever we go on hiatus, I do the community work. So they can reach me on Instagram, and
where can we see a lot of your work?
On Netflix.
Netflix.
Yeah, there's a show called DOPE. It aired December 22nd. It's a crime documentary. It was filmed on the perspective of drug dealers, drug users, and law enforcement. To get an inside look on the war on drugs.
I can go in there and check it out. Can I go in now?
Yeah, you can. And I also want to say for the kids watching that, you know, like when you watch a show like DOPE, please don't, you know, reenact it or glorify it. They should learn from it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, nothing comes good from committing a life of crime.
So you have to kind of monitor what your children are watching.
Yeah, they'll have to stay in school, stay out of trouble, stay positive. There's peace and respect, and prosperity is key.
Yeah. When I was doing my master's program, I had a professor, Professor Mealy at New York Institute of Technology. He was talking about the reflective projective theory. What's seen in the community is projected on TV or in the movies, and what's seen in the movies is reflected in society. Reflective projective theory.
Perception.
I think he came up with that, and I remember that from, you know, and it's true. So much of that stuff is happening. It's just a revolving thing.
Right.
You know? So
I mean,
be
yeah,
careful
even
what
me
you
as a
watch.
kid watching TV and watching my environment that I grew up on, I eventually became and graduated into that. It affected me a lot too.
Yeah.
So
well, I'm glad you're doing well now. Give him a big round of applause, everybody. We love you.
Thank you.
James Adams, producer. All right.
It.
Now you're on this side of the camera. How does that feel? You gonna get a copy and check it out when you get home?
Of course. Show the kids.
James, thank you.
Thank you.
Take a quick break right here, but stay tuned. We'll be right back with more next.
We are neighbors and best friends.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello? That's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Hi, I'm David Lesh, legal correspondent to the morning show Open. If you have a legal question that you'd like me to answer, please send me an email at davidlesh@bronxnet.org, and I will address it on our Ask Your Lawyer segment.
Oh, they're clapping. Go ahead. Go fast. Reach the World works to bring education to a global scale. Our cameras got a first-hand look at the program. Let's take a look.
Reach the world!
Reach the World, a nonprofit organization based in New York City, provides students with the opportunity to travel and explore a world outside their own.
What we are is a global education organization that specializes in what's called virtual exchange. So to encourage students to become curious, confident global citizens, we connect classrooms of students in New York and nationwide with college-age travelers who are either serving abroad or studying abroad. And so in that way, we're able to bring the world into those classrooms through a computer connection.
One individual who's taken advantage of this program is Columbia University undergraduate and Bronxite Janelle Strong, who spent a semester in Brazil bringing PS218 sixth graders along with her on her journey through Skype and the Reach the World blog.
I got involved with the school through Reach the World, and Reach the World through a scholarship that I won, the Gilman Scholarship. When I was accepted for that scholarship, they introduced me to the opportunity to do Reach the World. Most of the interaction was through the Reach the World blog, where I wrote multiple articles about various aspects of Brazilian culture and life, and specifically about my experience as a foreigner in Brazil. And that included pictures and videos of the different places I went, the different people that I met. I wrote about the environment, the communities. I interviewed children. I interviewed someone my age to get a perspective on life in Brazil.
But she also answered questions about what she missed about home, what she misses about Brazil, and informed us that Brazil was actually her first choice of country. Sometimes some of the travelers don't get their first choice. But she was one of our visitors who I try to invite every year. And if they come to New York, of course they're welcome in our class. But 602 was also excited because they provided for her a breakfast, which we normally don't do, which was very nice of them to do this year.
I love Reach the World because it gave me the opportunity to speak to young kids in the Bronx, young students of color, and to let them see me as a reflection of themselves, and to know that it's more than possible to dream bigger than their surroundings, and that traveling is an option for them, and it should be something that they're aspiring to be global citizens.
It taught us how to reach other people and know what their language is, their cultures, their traditions, the transportation over there, and how they were going to welcome us, or how are they going to be to us. It's like Janelle said, this is her home, so that she said it's like she misses her home, which is New York, but she says she has learned a lot from Brazil, the people over there.
I learned that you can learn a lot by just looking and listening, because Janelle, she traveled to Brazil and she learned so much by just looking and listening to other people.
The Rafael Hernandez Dual Language Magnet School was evidently grateful for the opportunity to connect with students like Janelle Strong, who gladly tagged them along in her journey to Brazil so they too can know of a world outside their home. Thanks to the Reach the World organization. From BronxNet, this is Shanice Powell.
And welcome back. Here we go. Valentine's Day's coming. Our next guest is the owner of Aromatic Designer Works and joins us for a look at her products and some Valentine's Day gift options. We welcome Latoya I. White. Give her a big round of applause, everybody. Now, Latoya, she deals with Aromatic Designer Works Incorporated. It's a scented product warehouse of candles. She has soaps, lotions, hair fresheners, body washes, bubble baths. I love a bubble bath every now and then. Shower gels and other essential body and home products.
Yes.
And I see all the aromas are here. You have different scents. explain what you have here. What do we have?
Well, what we have here, we have candles. We have wax, of course, traditional wax.
This is the wax?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we have gel. This is like new age technology to wax. It burns cleaner, it burns longer. And I think I've perfected making gel candles because my candles, as you see, the whole place is fragranced.
Yeah.
So my candles, they are candles and air fresheners in one. So you will have this for a long time, for months and years.
So you can light that up in your room or in your living room or?
Right. You light it up anywhere in the home. You know, you have a business. Listen, I have people who keep them in their cars as air fresheners. Yeah.
Oh, all right. What is the gel made of?
The gel is made of polymer and other oils and...
Oh, natural stuff?
Yeah, it's natural stuff. It's patented from a company, Penrico Versagel. And like I said, it's new age technology. I guess nothing can replace wax, but this is, you know, another great complement.
Yeah.
And it's more decorative. So you buy a gel candle, you don't only have a candle, you have an air freshener, you have a decorative piece.
I see you got shells in some of them, right?
Right.
Look at that. All right. And some sand. Looks like the islands.
Right.
What would you call them? You gave them names.
Well, yeah. Well, the names are basically based on what scent, what fragrance is used. Like, my fragrances range from Sex on the Beach, Blackberry, Black Cherry.
What's Blackberry and Sex on the Beach and Black Cherry?
Okay, this is Sex on the Beach.
This is Sex on the Beach.
Yeah.
I thought that was Sex on the Beach.
Some of them are duplicate fragrances.
Oh, just the color. Okay.
Right. Oh, no.
Tastes good, too.
This is one of my personal creations. It's a mulberry pecan fragrance. It's...
Wow, I love this.
Yes.
You guys have to smell this. This is really, this is delicious. Makes you want to get a spoon and.
And I have cool water for the men who, you know, like their space being.
Oh, okay. This is like a light cologne on somebody.
Right, and then.
For men, though.
This is
This is cool.
Victoria's Secret type bombshell.
Uh-oh. Victoria's Secret type bombshell. Oh, look what's in the bottom there. I got to cover this up. Oh, this smells good too.
Thank you.
I'm impressed. All of these smell really good. Now, is this island inspired?
In a sense.
You seem like you have an accent.
Yes, I do. In a sense, it is. I am Jamaican.
Yeah, woman.
Yes, man.
All right.
So, you know, I bring a little bit of island flavor to it as well.
I see the shells and everything. Makes me want to go on vacation somewhere.
Listen, Jamaica, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, it's a wide range. This is not like a full scope of what we do. As I said, we are a scented product warehouse. Candles, that's our main focus. But we do other stuff, air fresheners, body products.
Like Valentine's Day is here, you know. You
yes,
can get a couple
absolutely.
of things working.
And
you could put a number of things together to make it happen.
Right, and for Valentine's Day,
look at that.
We're doing baskets. They start at like $20, oops, and they go all the way up to, you know, whatever your budget is. So, you know, we have things like Moet, wines, we have champagne.
Wait, you putting Moet in there?
Oh,
Let
yes.
me see this. Oh, look at that. I didn't see that.
Chocolate.
Look at that.
You know, you have some candles, and the thing about these candles, they might
You got
look
some
small.
chocolate in there too.
Yeah. Oh, and I have some samples of my soap in there as well. But these candles actually burn between 60 and 120 hours. So you'll go through like 20 wax candles before you finish one of mine.
Yeah.
And as
so you can use it and blow it out after you.
Right. And the thing
after
about
you
gel
blow it.
candles too, they're safe. It turns over, knocks over for any
Oh,
reason.
yeah. So it
The
doesn't
gel,
spill out.
Well,
Like the wax.
right. But the gel outs the flame, so it's a safe candle to have.
Look at that.
So, you know, I encourage everyone.
Fireproof wax, like, you know.
Well, not necessarily, but
I'm trying to help you sell it a little bit.
yeah.
Fireproof wax.
Fireproof wax.
You knock it over and then nothing happens.
Right. So,
So this is right on time for Valentine's Day.
Of course.
Is this the first time you're coming out with this year?
I do it yearly.
How many years have you been
Valentine's Day, oh my God. Well, we're seasonal. We've been doing this for maybe almost 20 years.
Wow, all right.
Right.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're trying to kick it up a notch. Everybody needs to know that Aromatic Designer Works, we have great products, okay? And our prices are affordable. And, we have a pop-up shop coming up on the 11th and the 12th.
A pop-up shop.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Well, it's going to be at an event space, KMC, 1184 East Gun Hill Road. And we're going to have it next Saturday and next Sunday between 12 and 8, both days. And I encourage everyone to come out. I won't be the only vendor. There are going to be other entrepreneurs there, other crafters, other manufacturers, and it's going to be.
But you're going to have a beautiful display.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Of course.
Who's the young man helping you?
That is Mr. Damian Thomas. He's
Mr.
my
Damian
partner.
Thomas, give him a big hand too. We just want to put that on your phone there.
Yeah.
So it's good. Where can we go to find out more about what you're doing?
Okay, so we have a website. It's www.adwcandles.com. And pretty much everything is on the site. Right now we have a sale going on. There are coupons.
Valentine's Day sale?
Yes, sir.
Get the soaps, get the bubble bath, do the whole thing, air freshener.
Absolutely.
Deck out your car, get the freshener in your car and everything, right?
Yes, sir.
And then come home. Do we cook dinner or what? How do we
Of
work
course.
this?
Cook dinner, light up the candles.
Get the bubbly ready.
Get the
and all
bubble
that
bath
stuff.
going. Listen, you can get a bath in a basket.
Ooh, there you go.
Okay,
All
and
right.
your partner will love you for it. Because it's not something you see everywhere, every day. And another thing we do, we customize. So if you have a container, a glass, or anything that you absolutely love, and you want to put a candle in it, we do that.
So we can come to you with our own ideas.
Yes, you
Hey,
can.
Can you make this happen for me?
I can make it
I dreamt
happen.
this up.
Within good reason, but of course.
Give her a big hand, everybody. Very good. Latoya I. White, owner, Aromatic Designer Works Incorporated. It smells delicious up here.
And thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
All right, we got to take a quick break, but stay tuned. I promise we'll be right back with more next.
For all the papas out there, let's stop what we're doing and take a moment. A moment to be with our kids. They can be loud moments, goofy moments, sporty moments, dorky moments, kooky moments. Moments where we talk or walk or just hang out. It doesn't really matter. They all count because every time dads take a moment to be with their kids, well, it's pretty momentous. So let's all take a moment to make a moment today.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert? Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Chiru has no choice. She and millions like her walk miles a day for dirty water. But together, we can end their walk by providing clean water close by. Instead of spending hours walking to get water that makes them sick, girls can be in a classroom and moms will gain back time to care for their families. Sons and daughters can grow up strong, finally free of sicknesses. It's true. When you just add water, you change a life. Learn more at worldvision.org.
I guess sometimes things just happen. Devastating things. Your whole world changes in an instant. That's what happened to me the day my mother had a stroke.
I'm Paul George, and I want you to spot a stroke fast.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911.
Protect the ones you love.
Spot a stroke fast.
Behold, the angry giant. Behold, the angry giant. Behold, the angry giant. Behold, the angry giant.
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Welcome back, everybody. Give them a big round of applause. I want to make them feel comfortable. They're ready to work out. They got a Valentine's Day thing going on. On Valentine's Day, February the 14th, Yonit Yermish, she has a fitness thing, and she's going to hold their annual Love, Nourish, and Connect. She's going to tell you more. Joining us with all the preview and all that stuff, Yonit Yermish.
Yes. Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Who's here with you?
Stephanie and Joelle.
Give them a big hand, too. Stephanie and Joelle.
My models for today. Yeah.
The models. Now, Stephanie was telling me about how you guys going to kiss and do push-ups and all this.
Yes.
Is there somebody laying down there to...
Yes, we'll do a little
Really?
bit of everything. Yes, yes.
Maggie?
Yes, a full body workout with the wine.
Really?
Yes.
Wait,
yes.
how are you going to do this workout with wine and kissing and all that stuff?
Everything isn't very safe.
It's a
not
Valentine's-
a hardcore workout, as I
Okay.
usually do with my clients. It's more of the fun, flirty, reconnecting, and creating new memories with each other.
And where's this going to be held? I mean, is this foreplay or? I mean,
This.
on floor. It's going to floor play.
This is all in Riverdale.
In Riverdale.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, happening this Valentine's Day for the second year.
With the
in a
one
row.
you love, of course.
Either best friends, the one that you just started dating,
Yeah.
your wife or husband for many years, whatever it is, we're welcoming everyone to come and join us.
So you're going to show us how this works?
Yes, so I'm going to demonstrate a little bit of everything today.
I'll stand over there.
Yes, or you can join them, yes.
You want me to join?
Just kidding. Okay, so.
All right, show me how it
Okay,
works.
so I work with a lot of, as a personal trainer, I work with a lot of couples together. So I come to their homes and we do full body workout depending on their needs, with weights or without weights. But today we're going to do only they're going to be my clients for
I
today.
got to tell Michael
Yes.
McNabi about this one here.
And we're going to use some wine and body workout, and they're going to reconnect.
Where's
as
the
if they
wine?
were- it's our fake wine is
Oh,
over
they
there.
do?
Yes.
Okay, got it. All
But
right.
first, we're going to start with a little warm up. It's all about connection. It's all about working together. So
Okay.
they're going to face each other.
All right, I'll be over here.
Okay, Stephanie and Joelle are
If you
going to
need
face
me,
each
I'll be
other.
right here.
We're going to do a little jump and then a high five together. So you guys don't be too close so you don't bang your heads together. And come down. We'll do 5 of these together. So come down and high five. Yes. 2. Good. It's all about communication. It's all about connection. Good.
And you can do this at home. Of course.
Oh, definitely. You don't need a gym. You don't need a fancy place to, you can always do this anytime, anywhere. I'm going to move on to a wall sit against each other. So we're going to work our legs, okay? So we're going to take a step back. Again, it's all about communication so that Joelle can tell her go further, go farther. Again, lean each other against each other. Beautiful. So they can stay there for a while. But for our Valentine's Day, we're actually going to have real wine. We're going to use those delicious smelling candles here. And we're going to work our obliques and then pass it to each other. Take a sip,
Whoa.
baby, without falling. Yes.
You got to do it without spilling it, without
Up, up,
falling.
without spilling, yes. Take a sip. And back to the
Told you that
wall
was
sit
edible.
and twist.
Undrinkable.
So twist, twist, twist. Yes. Yep. Yes. Nice and slow, nice and
You
slow.
guys are going to have wine all
Yes.
over the place.
He's not drinking. She's the only one drinking. Yes. And beautiful. You can come up now. Great. Thank you.
Very good.
The next flirty and fun thing we're going to do is squat as her spouse is spotting her, appreciating her beautiful squat. So Stephanie is going to squat in front of Joelle, and he's going to make sure she's really had that form right so her knees don't go over her toes, that she's taking her hips back, really appreciating her beautiful squat. Right,
Yeah.
Joelle? Yes, yes.
I
Beautiful. They can talk
dig
to
it.
each other, say how beautiful she looks and all these great things.
There you go.
So
Sounds like
the
a
next thing, our
preparation
legs
for-
work so hard, we need to do some upper body work. So we're going to do those push-ups. So for today, we're going to do a little fun interactive push-up without the wine here. We're going to give each other a high five, opposite, yes.
yeah.
And again, it's all about communicating. So if they're too close, too far, they're going to say, move a little back, move a little further, yes. So they get their
Very
core,
good.
get their chest working, and smiling at each other. Let's
feel
do
it?
one
You
more.
feel it?
Yes. And one last one. Beautiful. Good. Stephanie now is going to do a plank. She's going to work her core. And this is a little more advanced. We're not going to do that at the Valentine's Day. I just want to show something really fun that you can do. So Stephanie's going to come into a low plank here. And again, this is all about trust here. He's going to jump back and forth. Yes, side to side. Yes,
Whoa,
beautiful.
don't get tired.
Good. So she's working her core, and he's working his cardio. His heart rate is going to get up. Yes. Good. Let's do two more. One, and hop. Yeah, one last one. And two. Good. And that's it.
You need to say to your wife or your girlfriend or your husband, baby, let's rest a while.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of resting, yes.
Let's
They're
take
going to
a
be taking
break.
breaks. And we're going to do some cool stretching together at the end of the workout. If you guys want to demonstrate something, a little stretch you can do together. So, good. Again, nice wide legs, as much as you can. Hold on to each other and just breathe into each other. Pull hands and come down and up. Good. 1, 2, yes. And Stephanie's going to come to, yes. Beautiful.
Oh, you felt that, huh?
Yeah. Good. So it's all about fun, reconnecting, forgetting about the dinner and movie that's going to cost you way too much on Valentine's Day.
Well, you can work off the dinner and movie.
Oh, yes, that too. It's only $50. I want to make it as affordable as can be for couples to come and celebrate Valentine's Day together and not break the banks and still get nice memories and build memories together.
All right,
So,
where are you located?
this is going to be on 238th Street on Johnson Avenue in Riverdale, right around here in the Bronx. This is our second time. We have a big raffle coming up as well. So a lot of.
What are you raffling off?
So we have, from my favorite locations in Riverdale, Eco Salon is giving us mani-pedi and a haircut to raffle. We have Moss Cafe is giving us a gift card so people can get some treats whenever they want to. In-home massage from my favorite massage therapist.
I can go for that.
So it's all about, nourishing our bodies, our souls, and just really having fun together, because with life we forget to reconnect. If you have kids, if you have, a demanding career, we don't take time to appreciate each other.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to bring couples to be with each other. Yes,
now,
thank
do
you.
you just do this for the holidays or
So I'm
just
a full-time
Valentine's Day,
trainer.
or
No,
you do-
so this event specifically is for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm a personal trainer. I come to people's homes and I bring all the gym to their house. So we do a lot of interactive stuff, depending on the client's needs and goals. But,
You can go from slow to fast and get them in shape.
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
What do you tell people who are just starting out, they haven't done anything in a long time, and they don't want you to railroad them and get them into it right away?
It's very intimidating. Getting back into shape can be very intimidating. So take it day by day, one step at a time. Don't start everything to turn your life upside down if it's the diet or if the exercise. Start small.
Yeah.
Make something a realistic goal. Okay, if I start twice a week, if I just cut the sugar instead of just changing everything.
Yeah.
Step by step, day by day.
Because I was trying, I was always into sports, football, boxing, and all that stuff. So I did my own weight and all that stuff. I didn't lift a whole lot of weights, but I was working out with this guy. He's trying out for Mr. Olympia, and he was like, his neck was like the Hulk and everything, and he was like working me out. He's telling me 10 more, let's go, and I'm trying to do 10 more, but I can't do what he does because I just started. The next day I couldn't come because I couldn't straighten out my arms. My arms are like stuck like this.
So as a personal trainer, your goal is to remember your clients they're not supposed to do my workout. It's their goals, it's their needs. Yes, and some people like to be pushed as far as beyond what they think, and some people
after you get into it, I don't mind.
But as a trainer, you have to know who you're working with.
I don't want to fit none of this stuff.
And you want them to come back to you. Yes.
So you've been doing this for some time?
Oh yeah, almost 10 years. I've been working in the neighborhood for a few years as well. We do events, we work with kids, with adults, moms, dads, everyone, pretty much, yes. Elderly people, yeah.
Seniors?
Oh, yes.
So you just go slow. I mean, you go there and you get the massage and everything?
I don't do massage. I'm not a massage therapist, but I work on strengthening.
Oh, you have the raffle for the massage?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I don't do the massage.
You guys comfortable with this?
Definitely.
Oh, yes.
This guy tried to break my hand again when he first came in. I said, oh, yes, strong guy.
Yes.
Give them all a big round of applause, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Where can we go for more information on what you're doing?
So for more information about the event or about my Yonit Fitness training,
Unique Fitness Training.
YonitFitness.com.
Because the event is on there.
Yes,
Yeah.
the event is there, $50 only for a couple, but you have to sign up before the 10th of the month, so we know how much food and how much wine to get and all these things.
Okay, what's the website?
YonitFitness.com.
Give her another big round of applause.
Thank you so much.
You know,
Thank you.
Yonish, unfortunately, I like to go on and on and on and maybe work out with you guys too.
Anytime.
I want to see those strawberries and all that stuff because you're talking about strawberries and wine and all that
Oh,
stuff.
we're going to do all the fun stuff.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
And cupcakes.
So we got to
and
get
all.
there and see it. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's show. But I'd like to thank our guests and you for joining us and you, our viewer, for tuning in and checking it all out. If you missed any part of today's show, you can tune into the recablecast of Open at 5 and 10 p.m. or watch anytime on the web at BronxNet.org, or you can catch an all-new episode Wednesday at 10 a.m. with our host, Darren Jaime. For all of us here at BronxNet, have a great and enjoyable day. Thank you, guys, the floor managers, camera. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, look, a little faster, a little faster. And always remember this, what you are is God's gift to you, and what you make of yourself is your gift to God. So choose your choice and let your choice control the chooser. The Dr. Bob Lee, and I'll see you on the radio tonight over 107.5 WBLS. Peace.